Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Cortez B. Sims, and I'm your certified mental health coach and life coach and counselor and things like that. But I would just like to give some life application skills today on some things that I hear quite a bit when it comes to family and family interventions that I have the privilege and the honor to be able to intercede and to have a listening ear with our capacity of people in the community. I want to just kind of talk about the moms. Every person in the world has a mom. Actively, inactively, close, present, whatever. But I'm going to talk about the active moms that have sons. And I want to kind of address a couple of things just to let you know that, hey, mother, hello, mother. We, as sons, we are not your husband. We are not your boyfriend. We are not your confidant man. We are not your companion. We are not your contender. We're just not. And I don't think you can separate them like you properly can. I believe that there's a big need that you must separate them because we are not that person in that role. What am I trying to say? It's the role of a husband, the role of a confidant, the role of a companion, the role of a boyfriend that you guys don't have, that you wish that you have, or you do have in place, but you prefer me to do it, that we can no longer be. And that is a bad problem. Let me just give you a couple of symptoms to let you know how this stuff exists. If you have a son that is pretty much kind of running from you, finding reasons not to want to be around you, finding other reasons to excuse himself from anything that you're asking for him to do because he's been working years of operating underneath this type of activity, this person is feeling like you are treating them like a companion, a husband, or a boyfriend. If you keep presenting a honey-do list, you give him a list of things that you want this young man to do as your son, and you feel that he better do it because I'm your mom and all that other type of behavior, that's definitely those symptoms that he feels like he's being your companion, your boyfriend, or your husband. If he is the confidant, listening to a lot of different things that you went through in your past, and you holding him accountable to remember your memories and to remember and keep up with the things that you are still needing healing for and you still lamenting about, then yes, he feels like he is operating like a companion, a contender, a boyfriend, or a husband. If you still have family affairs that are unresolved because you have not been able to be confrontational is the word, to really deal with these things, but you put the weight on the son to be this person because he's the opposite sex and you feel like, hey, I raised you and you need to listen to me. More than likely, he feels that you are treating him in the role of a husband, a companion, a contender, and a boyfriend. If you are doing manipulation, you may not look at it like that, but it's been interpreted as manipulating errands, whereas you use errands to put in his face to do for you, to get his time, and you're not giving him the quality time that he really deserves, that he's really asking for and really prefer from his mom, then you are putting him in a position to operate as a contender, a boyfriend, a husband, and a companion. And I just want to address that is a huge, severe epidemic when it comes to the relationship between the mom and the son. And I just want to put this awareness to let you know that if you don't even think you are that thing or operate as that person or present these things to put the son in that role, I just want you to do a self-assessment, a self-examination about how you've been operating. Because what if you wish to do this on the opposite end? Because you guys know that I have to give some good positive tips to get you to see differently. What if you say, hey, I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to do any work. This is not, you go ahead and take down my ceiling fan and do all these other duties that I could pay somebody to do and I could hire somebody to do. I simply would just want some alone time with a nice film of your choice that we could watch and some popcorn. And I guarantee you, come at it differently, he would be interested. I guarantee you, if the whole conversation is about what's going on in his life, because he hasn't lived as long as you've been living, to talk about his companionship and what's going on with him, with his relationships, and what's going on with his career, and what's going on with the things that he may not like to do or things he had to learn about himself, because you find him interesting, because now it is his turn. I guarantee you he will not run from you, and he will not try to find things to do. If you also, I'll give you another tip. If you also find it to be interesting just to see how his day is and how can he be a good contributor, how can you be a good contributor to his life, I guarantee you that he will come around and say, Mom, thank you for being finding me to be an interesting young man to you, because of course he will always be your baby. Of course, this son or sons will always be that young man for you. But he wants to be able to not feel like whenever he hears from you, it's about sounding like a needy person or in need, or to feel like he needs to fulfill a role, and to feel like he needs to be everything but somebody's intimately, sexually, and that type of negative connotation. Not like that. But all those other duties that sound like a companion, a boyfriend, a contender, and a hubby or a husband or a present person, but he's in competition with what you want to have, that son is not going to come around. He's not going to want to be there, and he's going to continue to find reasons to be definitely occupied with other things. And I'm trying to make light of this, but this is a serious thing, because what has happened is over the years, a lot of mothers feel very entitled to be this and will put the pressure. But what you don't know is you're running them away. You've ran them away. You've ran them away a long time ago that they don't even see the need to even be around you. And that is not a good place. That's not healthy, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to notice that moms, please really take a note to it. And the last thing, if you recognize any of these things that I mentioned, please ask the son for your forgiveness. Please ask him, and also give them an apology. All right, that's just the rightful thing to do. Give them an apology for operating in these different places, because you've had these voids, you've had these places that was empty, you had these abandonments that has been going on in you, that you have shifted to put on the pressures of that son, that he can never have the capacity to match up because that's not his role. Or I'm taking the role of being your man. So mothers, what they're saying is, I hate the role that you put me in. I either hate to know that whenever you reach out to me, it's for labor. It's for manual labor. And the thing is, they're kind of tired of feeling like manual labor seems to override the quality time. Let me say it again. The manual labor that you provide mothers seems to override the quality time that we can have. But let me just give you a nice little tip. What we can do, mother, is to say, hey, I'm not reaching you for you to do any labor for your mom. I'm reaching you because I just miss your presence. And I guarantee you that son will come back. That nephew will definitely come over. If you also say, hey, I don't want you to do anything. Hey, I could use some handiwork around here, but not this time. I want to just sit down and watch a film that you like, and to see what's going on in your world. And I'm not going to cut you off. I'm not going to persuade you, because then we can kind of sense the manipulation that's kicking in. Mothers, third tip, if you can also kick in and say, hey, let me just see if there's anything that I can do or that I probably have done, because I want to take better responsibility as your mother to see if I can contribute some things in your journey, because I am older than you, son, nephew, surrogate nephew, or whatever, to give you so you can be your best, because I want to see you grow. And that's taking a different position that that son and that young man can hear, so they won't feel like they have to take the role of what's missing in your life, those abandonment areas that's in your life, those things that are very vacant in your life. All right. So mothers, please, let's take a different position when it comes to your sons, because what I'm hearing a lot of is they hate the role of feeling like your man, your boyfriend, your potential partner, your purpose partner, your confidant, and your contender. Please subscribe to my page. There's a book right now I'm promoting, talking about being qualified but not preferred. And in this matter, this is a great book. Go to Amazon.com or go on my website, drcortezdsims.com. So then you can also understand that there's a voice that we're crying out to as men to say, I don't want to be those roles. I just want to be a son. Allow me to be the son that you have groomed me up to be, because I know that you've been training me up in a way that I should go. All right. And then when I get old, I will not depart from it. All right. Thank you all. Take care, take charge. And I hope to see you and speak and hear from you soon. And I would love to help you and coach you through that situation. Thank you.